Alrighty. Hi there, and welcome. Tonight we are gonna continue our VGC climb with our rain team and a new team that I saw around the block a few times. The team that I finally decided on was showcased by OliviaSama, and I've got her information in the description. Took a really good look at her team, and I of the ones that I saw based around the same gimmick basically, which is Earth Eater, Orthworm. This is the one that I really liked, so decided to go with that one. Although I did make a few little changes to the team so it better suit my play style. But we're gonna have fun with that, I think. So let's go ahead and get connected. And get the ball rolling. Probably gonna start off with the rain team that we ended with on Wednesday. Just because I really liked the team. I thought it was really interesting. And I did make a few changes to it. Well, one change. I gave Chien Pao the boot since we never ended up bringing it anyway. And I put in an Umbreon with some control. So that way we don't totally lose to Trick Room teams anymore. Did I put... No, I didn't. I did think about putting Rain Dance on Umbreon, but I figured that with the Damp Rock on Pelipper, it should be fine. I do kind of run into a little bit of an issue when Torkoal comes out and resets the rain to sun. Isn't a super huge big deal. We can just swap out Pelipper and swap it back in. Since we usually bring it and then swap out for Tatsugiri, and Pelipper is usually in the back. So it's usually not a big deal. But I decided to go with Snarl and Foul Play, and Taunt, and also Skill Swap, so that I can really control kind of more difficult Pokemon that really take advantage with their abilities. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I spent most of the day today scrambling to get the Dirt team, Team 2, together. Started running out of time and had to farm just a crap ton of Terra shards to get their Terra types correctly set. So it took a hot minute. Alright, so we've got Palafin, Fluttermane, Garganacl, our old friend Annihilape, Masquerada, and Murkrow. So let's go ahead and start as we normally do. I'm not too terribly worried about any of their abilities, and I'm pretty sure this isn't a Trick Room team, so we're probably not going to bring Umbreon this time around. So let's bring our set core of 3, and it's kind of a... What should we bring? I'm going to bring... our turtle friend. Just because I think with 2 ghost types, it's probably not great to bring Extreme Speed Dragonite when they could just switch in and just completely negate the damage. I'm kind of expecting one or both of those types to come out. So they lead with Garganackle. That's kind of to be expected. With all the water types that I have on my team, they're probably wanting to get Assault Cure in as soon as possible. I'm going to go ahead and protect on Dozo here. And they're probably going to set up a Tailwind as well, so I'll go ahead and set up my own. Just to even the playing field a bit. Yeah, there we go. Tailwind. Oh, he went for Pelipper immediately. Interesting. Well, Pelipper's going to take a good amount of damage from the Salt Cure, which is fine. Pelipper is kind of here just to set up rain and wind. So let's go ahead and we are going to Terra Surf. And we are going to switch out to Tatsugiri and get some of that sweet, sweet surf damage going. I'm pretty sure one or both of, well, they can't both be sashed, but one of them is likely sashed. But we'll take out one of them, at least with this surf. Very, very confident in that. Get all my little bonuses here. But biggest downside, of course, to this matchup is just the Salt Cure. It just deals so much damage to water types. Okay, so we get Thunder Waved almost immediately. So we don't really have the speed advantage with that Thunder Wave, so that's okay. Alright, Murkrow was sashed. Kind of a 50-50 chance, really, if it's going to have Sash or if it's going to have Eviolite on it. Alright. So in comes Meowscarada. This isn't really a great matchup for us, just because Meowscarada can also Flower Trick and just do a crap ton of damage, and it always crits, so it ignores our +2 to defense. So I'm actually just going to protect here just to see what Meowscarada wants to do. Pretty sure that Meowscarada is just going to Flower Trick immediately. I'm not too worried about stalling a little bit with the protect, since we have so many turns of rain with Pelipper holding the Damp Rock, so not too worried about wasting turns. Oh, Murkrow used Haze. Haze does actually go through protect. So we just lost all of our bonuses. I think kind of at this point what I want to do though is probably just try to do as much damage as I can with Dozo. And he's either going to take a crap ton of damage here, or possibly even go down, just depending on how powerful this Meowscarada is. So, let's see how much damage it does. That's a knockout, yeah. It's always a crit. So, Dozo goes down. That's totally fine. Tatsugiri is Choice Scarfed, so not too worried about him, but with that Murkrow having priority Thunder Wave, he's probably going to deal some heavy damage. I don't want to send out Dreadnought just yet. I don't want to get Dreadnought paralyzed, and I don't have any priority that would exceed Murkrow, really. So I got to get rid of that Murkrow as fast as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a Hurricane on Meowscarada, and then we are going to go for an Icy Wind. Murkrow sets the Tailwind back up. That's totally fine. Flower Trick comes out. If that's on Pelipper, it's probably going to knock Pelipper out. Yeah. Totally fine there. This Icy Wind from Tatsugiri will take out Murkrow, and our Dreadnought is going to be sitting pretty good. We don't have Tailwind, which is unfortunate, but with Swift Swim in the rain, we should still outspeed. Possibly. We'll see. Okay, is this going to be a speed or special attack? Special attack, okay. So Tatsugiri is probably going to go down here, honestly. I am going to go for a Rock Slide here, and I'm going to go for an Icy Wind just to kind of knock down their speed just a little bit. I don't think Tatsugiri's going to live, no. Man, even Tatsugiri is wearing a Choice Scarf even, so that was quite a lot of speed. Okay, Fluttermane is going to the attack. Kind of thinking we don't have this since we didn't do any damage to that Fluttermane and how fast it is. So, I don't think we got this. Dreadnought's probably going to go down here. All Fluttermane has to do is just Dazzling Gleam, and that, yeah. Oh well. I think probably what I did, what I could have done better though, is that we probably could have brought Umbreon just to control the Murkrow a little bit better. Losing our bonuses to Haze really kind of put us in a really bad position really quickly. So, yeah, I probably should have brought Umbreon just for the taunt. He still would have got the Tailwind up, which would have been fine because we also would have had our Tailwind. But at least we could have shut down Murkrow pretty quickly. All right. So, Iron Hands, Golden Go, Ceruledge, Dragonite, Vaporeon, that's different and new, and Fluttermane. I don't see a whole lot of setup on their team. Not quite sure what to expect from Vaporeon, to be honest. And really the only setup that they might possibly do, well, they have quite a number of options. They could Belly Drum on Iron Hands, they could Swords Dance on Ceruledge, and they could also Dragon Dance on Dragonite. Although I haven't seen too many Dragonites lately. Doesn't mean that they don't happen though. So I'm going to go ahead and bring kind of the same core. Maybe a little bit worried about a paralysis from Iron Hands. I'm going to go ahead and bring Dragonite this time around. And Dragonite will kind of sit in the back and just wait for his opportunity to come in and do some extreme speed shenanigans, possibly even Earthquake if he needs to. Okay, we see Vaporeon and Fluttermane. I wonder if Vaporeon can learn Sunny Day. That would be kind of odd, but not totally unheard of. Let's go ahead and go for the Protect on Dozo, and we'll set up the Tailwind with Pelipper. That is assuming that they don't go hyper-offensive and both focus their attacks on Pelipper. Alright, so we see a Power Gem. And Vaporeon uses an unterastalized Terra Blast. Okay, and they focus fire onto Pelipper. Alright. Little weird, little unusual, I guess. I wonder if he meant to click Terastalize and just didn't? Not too sure. Could be his only damaging attack as well. Could be total support Vaporeon. Alright, we're gonna Terra here, and we are gonna Surf. Should knock out the Flutter Mane probably right away, unless it's sashed. Vaporeon, though, with its bulk and its resistance to water, probably not going to knock it out, but we're going to do a very good amount of damage to it. Yep, and it is sashed. But we did do a very large amount of damage to Vaporeon, so that's good. Another normal Terra Blast coming out of Vaporeon. So I'm thinking that's intentional, which is I don't know what the idea is. But we're just going to continue to go for another Surf and just do Surf things with Dondozo. Not exactly sure what the Vaporeon is really achieving. It is kind of crazy to me, though, that Flutter Mane with no Tailwind support is outspeeding a +2 Dondozo with full investment in speed. Another Terra Blast? It's so weird. Like, maybe... I thought for maybe a quick moment that he might have been, like, Choice Spect or something, but no, he's got leftovers, so I'm not quite sure why he keeps clicking into just a normal Terra Blast. It seems just very odd to me. Alright, probably going to be attack. Yeah, it's attack. Don't think you're going to live this on Iron Hands there, dude. You might. Iron Hands is pretty bulky. Not bulky enough. Alright. Pretty sure we got this game in the bag. I'm not quite sure what he wanted to do with the Vaporeon. I'm not sure what Vaporeon's role was in this fight. At all? Really? It was a pretty smart move of him, though, to focus fire in onto my Pelipper, so I couldn't get that Tailwind. That Tailwind support probably could have saved us a lot of damage from Flutter Mane, but it is what it is. Alright. That was probably multi-scale for as little damage as that was. I'm probably going to lose those over here. Yeah. That's fine. Tatsugiri should be able to outspeed Dragonite no problem with Choice Scarf. And we are going to send in our own Dragonite. And we are immediately going to go for an Ice Spinner, and we are going to go for a Draco Meteor. Okay. Probably going to Terra into either Flying or Normal. And we're probably going to see an E-Speed here. Which might, if he focuses on Tatsugiri is fairly delicate on its own, so it might actually knock out Tatsugiri. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. Out comes the Ice Spinner, and down goes the Dragonite. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what his plan was with the Vaporeon. I kind of feel like he wasted a slot with that. Not too sure. So that's one of those wins where you don't exactly feel great about it because you're not sure if like your opponent really was prepared. But I'll take it. It's still a win. We could have also done better there. We probably should have anticipated the double focus into Pelipper and probably switched out to well, Dragonite probably would have been a bad choice to switch in. The Moonblast would have been reduced by multiscale, but that Terra Blast wouldn't have been. But even then, it would have been that much damage. But it's not like we could have really answered it with Dragonite immediately. He would have been immune to extreme speed, and yeah, whatever. Golden Go, Slowking, Sylveon, Mousehold, Armor Rouge, and Mimikyu. I am smelling a little bit of Trick Room here with Armor Rouge, Mimikyu, and Slowking. So I'm actually going to lead with Umbreon, Pelipper, and we are going to put these kids in the back. Actually, let's actually go in without Dozo and Geary. I think that might be kind of set him off, because he's probably going to plan around us having Dondozo and Tatsugiri, and he's probably going to send out Mimikyu and Slowking as his opener to try and wrest a little bit of control and maybe even clear my stats. I think Slowking does get Clear Smog. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm guessing that's what he's going to lead with. So we'll lead off with our control. And hopefully he doesn't really see that coming. And then we'll probably we'll see how the game goes, and we'll either sweep with Dreadnought or Dragonite. Just feel how the game goes after we get set up. Alright, I am going to go ahead and taunt onto Mimikyu. We're probably going to see a Follow Me from Mousehold, which is okay. If we do see a Trick Room go down, it's not the end of the world. But I am going to hold off on Tailwind for the moment. And we are going to... I'm going to Hurricane into Mimikyu to try and break its disguise. But like I said, we're probably going to see a Follow Me from Mousehold. Okay. Terra Normal, so maybe Population Bomb shenanigans? Which would be great. If he does that into my Umbreon, he's going to be in for... Okay, he didn't. Umbreon's holding the... Rocky Helmet, so that would have been really miserable for him to do. Pelipper's probably going to go down here. Nope. Okay. Let's see. Do we see it? Trick Room? Play Rock. Okay, so now he knows that I have Rocky Helmet. So he's Terra Normal. I'm going to go in with Dreadnought. Reason being is, since he's Terra Normal, we should be able to resist the Population Bomb with our Rock type for the moment. But we still have to kind of deal with the nightmare that is Mimikyu. I doubt he's going to population bomb on Umbreon. I don't think Umbreon is going to get a chance to... really do anything. And I kind of want to save Umbreon. So I'm going to send out Dragonite. Dragonite's going to take a good amount of damage. But that's kind of okay. So we'll go ahead and go for an Earthquake here. We do have multi-scale to mitigate some of that super effective damage, so I'm not super duper worried about it. Okay, so we see a helping hand from a terrestrialized Mousehold. Mimikyu's Disguise goes down. Great for us. So out comes, and it misses. Excellent. Alright, cool. Best case scenario. Let's go ahead and Extreme Speed on to Mousehold, and we are going to continue to Earthquake. Again, I don't want to terrestrialize just yet, because I don't want to lose that resistance, but now that Mousehold is off the field, we might Terra next turn, assuming that he doesn't have that Armor Rouge in the back. Mimikyu goes down. Let's see what he's got. Which, actually, we've got Rain going, so Armor Rouge really wouldn't be a huge threat, but I don't want to take the extra damage. I do suppose it is plausible that it could also have Energy Ball, which would really suck into a Dreadnought. But he doesn't have it, so that's totally fine. I'm going to go ahead... I'm actually going to Terra here to get rid of my Fairy weakness. And we are going to Extreme Speed into Sylveon. And we are going to continue to Earthquake. Again, I kind of have to really keep Dragonite alive and in the game. Otherwise, my choice banded Dreadnought is going to Earthquake into my partner, which is not a great thing to have. Oh, and I just got rid of my flying type, so it's going to hurt Dragonite. Great. I'm dumb. Oh well. Sylveon goes down. So, what I was really worried about wasn't going to happen anyway. Alright, and let's go ahead and Thunder Punch into Golden Go, and I'm actually going to switch out to Umbreon. Because we would probably do quite a bit of damage to Dragonite here. Probably should have did this last turn, but we probably wouldn't have taken out Sylveon in time. And Golden Go goes down. I am kind of surprised that Make It Rain didn't do more damage after my multi-skill broke. So that's a little surprising. We still probably would have won. Even if his Make It Rain would have knocked out Umbreon and Dragonite, we still would have had a Choice Banded Swift Swim in the rain Dreadnought, which is terrifying. So I still don't think he would have won that. I think we just had the stronger team there. I wouldn't even say we really outplayed anything. We just had more damage, more speed, and we just overwhelmed his team. Alright, we're back at rank 8. Again. Alright. Ute. See what you got, Ute. Alright, so we see Chien-Pao, Amoonguss, Lucario. Haven't seen Lucario too often. Mousehold of 3. Chi-Yu and Gyarados. So I am seeing some Intimidate. I bet you he's probably going to open Chien-Pao Gyarados and have Amoonguss in the back, Amoonguss and Chi-Yu in the back. I bet you that's going to be the plan. Or he could also open, what might actually be even smarter is Chien-Pao and Bullet Punch Lucario. That would actually hurt really bad. Like, even on my water types, that would still hurt. So, let's go ahead. I'm not sensing any kind of Trick Room shenanigans, so let's go ahead and lead with our usual Surf Core. And he doesn't really have any Ghost types, although Chien-Pao could Terra Ghost. He really wouldn't appreciate a Rock type. Well, I'm going to take in Dragonite, just because. Nothing else like I can hit that Amoonguss with an Ice Spinner, which it would not appreciate. And with the Lumberry, I'm not too worried about Spore. Really, the only advantage to Dreadnought would be if we have Terra Grass, but we're probably not going to be able to use that since we're probably going to Terra Dozo here at the very beginning. I'm going to go ahead for a Tailwind, and we are going to protect on Dozo. If Chi-Yu does what Chi-Yu does, which is usually Heat Wave, I don't see Pelipper really taking a whole lot of damage from that, even if he does get a helping hand. Heat Wave is just so nerfed in the rain, plus Pelipper resists it and is pretty bulky on its own, so I don't see Pelipper going down. He might take a good amount of damage, though, regardless, just because Chi-Yu is just kind of a monster when it comes to damage. But if we can get this Tailwind up and get our +2 on Dozo next turn, we will definitely outspeed, even if it's Choice Scarfed, and a Surf will just kind of ruin its day. Alright, so we see a Terra Grass. So I wonder if we're going to see a Terra Blast onto Dozo. That's what I would do. Alright, Population Bomb. Quite a bit less damage than the last Mousehold that we saw, but still a very good amount of damage. If he doubles up into Pelipper, of course Pelipper is probably going to go down this turn. Alright, so we do see a Terra Blast from Chi-Yu. So this Tailwind definitely is going to help us out. Pelipper, you get back in on the bench, and Dozo, I want you. I don't see Chi-Yu, even though the Surf is going to be resisted, I don't see Chi-Yu living. Just because of how delicate it is. So, we'll see how this goes. If we do take a Terra Blast to the face, though, we really aren't going to appreciate that. Although this Dozo is fairly bulk invested. Well, not really. We're pretty heavily invested in special attack and speed. But maybe the +2 helps us out. We'll see. Like I said before, I don't really run damage calcs before or during matches. I really just don't have the wherewithal to really do that. Okay, we see it follow me. It's not going to matter because it's a spread move. Oh, wow, that Chi-Yu did not take any damage. So you must be bulk invested. Totally fine. Terra Blast still gonna hurt. quite a bit. Okay. Large bit. But we didn't go down, so that's good. I am interested to see what comes out next. I kind of hope it's not a Moongus. Because if it's a Moongus, we're basically just going to do a little bit of trash damage, and that's about it. And it's a Moongus. Alright. God. Alright. Well, on the bright side, we do outspeed. And because we're doing the surf, it's not going to matter at all if he uses Rage Powder. So we'll just do as much damage as we can. We're not going to knock anybody out, but we're still going to do a fair amount of damage. Tatsugiri should be able to take them both out next turn with a, well, probably not a Moongus now, but Tatsugiri should be able to take out the Chiyu next turn with Icy Wind. Those are both down. We should have at least one turn of Tailwind left. You see a Pollen Puff come out to heal, which sucks. So Chiyu's gonna heal quite a bit. Gonna send another Dragonite who does have the Lumberry, so we can at least eat one spore. And I think what I want to do I want to go for an ice? I'm going to go for an Ice Spinner into Chiyu. I really want to get rid of Chiyu. Chiyu is kind of the problem here. Oh, and I didn't check our Tailwind. Pretty sure we still have one turn left. Which is fine. After we get rid of Chiyu, his speed shouldn't matter. Okay, so we see a Rage Powder, which isn't great. That means Chiyu is probably going to live this. Yeah. A Moongus might actually go down, though. An Ice Spinner is not something that it likes to really take. Yeah, so Moongus goes down. So Chiyu gets to live another day, which is unfortunate. Fairy Blast comes out. It's going to be neutral damage on Tatsugiri. Yep, so we did just lose Tailwind. Again, not super duper worried about it though. We did get at least one speed drop on Chiyu. And we're locked in anyway, so we might as well just Icy Wind here. And I am actually going to Ice Spinner into Chiyu. I'm kind of surprised we didn't see a Sucker Punch, to be honest. With multi-scale, though, we should be able to resist the Ice Spinner from Chen Tao. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. Dragonite's just going to eat hot shit. Well, we're toast, so couldn't do anything to this Chiyu. I would be really interested to see what this Chiyu is invested in, just because it was so bulky. And Grass is such a garbage defensive type that it's just kind of mind-blowing that even the few super effective moves that we threw at it basically did nothing. I'm just gonna quit here. Sooner we can get into the next battle, the better. But yeah, that Chiyu was kind of wild. It was too tanky. Too tank for me. Probably could have got somewhere if I had done extreme speed, but I was a little afraid that it wouldn't have been enough damage with Icy Wind plus extreme speed, just given its bulk. But that might have been the better play there. Regardless, though, we would have lost Dragonite immediately to that singular Ice Spinner, even though multi-scale does reduce your damage taken when you're at full health by 50% by the next attack. So that was an ungodly amount of damage from Chen Pao. Which is probably to be expected. He might have been choice banded, which wouldn't really surprise me given how much physical pressure it puts onto the field with its defense lowering ability and just its base attack. All right. So we see Chiyu, Darkspawn. This could be a Sun team with Darkspawn. Could be, maybe. I don't know who would set it though. And then Azumarill in the back. I don't like Darkspawn's ability at all. But it would be really funny if we took Darkspawn's ability, put it on Umbreon, and just completely ran circles around Chiyu, and Chiyu just couldn't do anything to us. So I'm gonna leave that, and I'm gonna put, well, he's probably anticipating Giri and Dozo in the back. Let's actually not take Dondozo and Tatsugiri here. Let's just do that. So we're probably gonna Terra Dragonite or Dreadnought here, I'm thinking. And only Dreadnought if Azumarill becomes kind of a problem. Otherwise, being Grass type really isn't gonna do a whole lot for us against this team. In fact, it's probably going to not be the greatest idea. I'm only holding on to that Grass Terra if it really comes down to that Azumarill being a nightmare. But I am probably, if he sends out Darkspawn, I am skill swapping it and stealing that. Ah, he's super dead. Alright, cool. I am absolutely stealing Well-Baked Body off of Darkspawn. So we are going to open with that. I'm going to put down a Tailwind here. I'm pretty sure what we're going to see is probably an Eruption from Chiyu, but with the rain, he might think twice. Okay. So he did do exactly what I thought he was going to do. Yeah, and it did almost nothing to us because of the rain. Umbreon gets burned, though. That kind of sucks. Okay, Body Press. Darkspawn gets hurt by the Rocky Helmet. I'm going to get rid of your Well-Baked Body, so you can't do shenanigans with that. And here comes the Tailwind. So just like a support Chiyu, I guess? So weird. With your Darkspawn being the main dude here. I guess that's a thing you can do. Do I want to save Umbreon? Actually, I'm gonna be a jerk. And I'm gonna put Well-Baked Body onto Chiyu and get rid of its Beads of Ruin. If Umbreon survives. I don't know if Umbreon is gonna outspeed with this, even with Tailwind up. I don't know if Umbreon's gonna outspeed. I doubt it. Okay, withdrew Chiyu. Who are we gonna put Well-Baked Body on? Dragonite. Excellent. Get rid of that multi-scale. I like it. Although, the downside to this is that he could absolutely bring out Chiyu in Darkspun's place and do eruption shenanigans with, or lava plume shenanigans with Dragonite now. But I don't really care. All right, we are gonna switch in Dreadnought. I'm not going to Terra Dreadnought here. Again, I really don't think this is a great time to be a grass type. Worked really well for our last opponent, but I don't think it's going to really work here. And we are going to try and take out this yeasty dog friend. He's only got a +1 to defense, but I think he's probably invested in defense with how much damage that body press did. So the rock slide's probably going to do a good amount of damage. It's probably not going to KO though. And depending on what Terra this Dragonite goes, it might knock out. Is Terra flying? Okay, so it's going to hit him pretty hard. I wonder what we're going to see though. Are we going to see a Terra Blast or are we going to see an Extreme Speed? Dragonite goes immediately down. That's really unfortunate. Sorry about your Terra, friend. And Hurricane should pick up the kill. It doesn't. Darkspun is just too strong. And that was an ungodly amount of damage. But it was super effective. It's also super effective on our Umbreon, but Umbreon didn't take a crap ton of damage that way. Oh well, I don't care. We outspeed. We should be fine. So he's going to have to send in Chiyu. Does Chiyu get its Beads of Ruin back? Oh, Fluttermane. How did he knock somebody out? Oh well. Shows how much I know. Okay. Do we see speed? Speed. Gross. Okay, so it's probably going to outspeed Dreadnought. That's fine. And we are going to... We're gonna Hurricane into, okay, he just uses Protect. He wants to get those, leftovers going. We do outspeed the Fluttermane, which is good to know. But, Dreadnought, yeah, Dreadnought is, gonna take a nap. I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose our Tailwind here. Pretty sure? Yeah, Tailwind petered out. We're probably not going to get the opportunity to get that back up. So what I'm actually going to do is we're going to Terra Dragonite, and we're going to Extreme Speed onto Darkspun and try and get as much damage as humanly possible on it. This should KO, again, with a +1 and heavy investment into defense. It might not, but Dragonite is kind of a monster. And we are going to Hurricane. Actually, we're going to Protect. I wonder if he is going to gun for Pelipper. Sorry about your Dragonite, dude. Mine's a little bit better prepared. I know we still have the normal gem, but man, do I miss the type gems from Gen 5. Especially the flying gem. That was so gross to put on an unburdened acrobatics user. Like, what, did we have Hawlucha? I don't think we had Hawlucha back then. Sceptile could do shenanigans with it, I remember. Who else had Unburden and access to acrobatics? Mian Chao. That was one. Okay, so it does get the Beads of Ruin back when it comes back out of being switched out. So that's good to know. I could Hydro Pump here, but Hydro Pump doesn't have 100% accuracy in rain, whereas Hurricane does. So we are going to Hurricane. Although I'm pretty sure that Fluttermane is just going to do Fluttermane things, and Pelipper is going to go down. But we'll see. Okay, we see Dazzling Gleam. Pelipper goes down. Interested to see what Chi does here. Yeah, so we don't have any spread moves, so we lose this game, which is really disappointing because I think we played really well. We really outplayed his shenanigans. He just had more damage. The Dock Spawn was just incredibly annoying. Oh, that's annoying. That is really annoying. And it's really, well, it's more annoying because that Dock Spawn only got a +1 and it just ran circles. Even though we kept it pretty well under control. And really shut down his strategy. That's all he needed was a +1 and he could run circles. It's a little it's a little annoying when that happens, but whatever. I do wish there was like an item, like a weather item that would allow Tailwind to stay up longer than just 4 turns. That would be kind of nice. So Magneton, completely bizarre. Amoonguss, Arcanine, Cloyster, again weird. Grafaiai, and Gastrodon. I'm terrified of Gastrodon. This whole team is kind of poo-pooed by Gastrodon. Like, really hard. So I think we are... Let's go with the safe option. We're going to open with our Trick Room counter. I don't know if anybody is going to have Trick Room. I don't know if Magneton can get it. I don't think Grafaiai can get it. But we're going to open with our safe leads here, and we are absolutely taking Dreadnought here for its Terra Grass to really just kind of rip open that Gastrodon, because it really does not like to be hit with a grass type attack. And we are going to bring in Dragonite in the back. I kind of wish that we could bring what we want rather than having to counterpick the enemy. And I know that sounds really weird, but I do kind of miss the days where I could bring what I wanted and I didn't have to completely counterpick. Like, even back in the day when we had Mega Kangaskhan, I had one counterpick for that, and that was it. The rest of the team, I could bring whatever I wanted. Oh no, Pelipper's attack went down. Okay, we are going to taunt onto Amoonguss. And I'm actually going to protect on Pelipper. No. I'm going to set up Tailwind. We're probably going to see a Spore come out, though, or a taunt from Arcanine. If we get counter-taunted, I'm going to be mad. Okay, so we withdrew Amoonguss. That's totally fine. And Magneton the Sleepy. Kind of interested to see what Magneton does. So we got the taunt on Magneton. I'm not sure what that's actually going to really do. Really? So, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go for a Snarl. And I do smell a bit of extreme speed from Arcanine, so we're gonna protect with Pelipper. Just so I can get some damage on the Arcanine with Snarl. Does Arcanine extreme speed? No. Odd. Arcanine goes for a Snarl, though. That's okay. Umbreon's primary method of damage is going to be its Foul Plate, not its Snarl. But we are going to keep snarling and whittle that Magneton down. I really don't know what to expect from Magneton in any way, shape, or form. But we're going to Hydro Pump into Arcanine. If he Extreme Speeds here, I'm going to be kind of upset. Alright, so we see a Moongus. Arcanine goes down. Umbreon uses the Snarl, and it misses anyway. Magneton comes back out. I guess it wanted to get rid of the -1 really bad. But we are going to taunt on the Amoonguss. I can't really let it run circles around us. And we are going to Hurricane into it just to do as much damage as we... Okay. Amoonguss goes back out. And in comes Gastrodon. Maybe we see a discharge from Magneton? I'm not... Yeah, okay, so discharge. Pelipper goes down. Umbreon gets paralyzed. That's not great for us. Do we lose our Tailwind here? Yes, we do. That's okay, though. Dreadnought, I'm going to send out Dreadnought here, and we are going to outspeed. We are going to Terra Grass, and we are going to murder a Sea Slug. I'm going to go ahead for a Snarl here. Good thing, though, is that this also lets us resist Discharge. I'm really not sure what he was really thinking with the Magneton. Even with Eviolite, like, Magneton is not the greatest defensive Pokemon to put Eviolite on. Like, I'm sure there are worse, but there are certainly better. Okay, so we see a Terra come out. Probably going to be on Gastrodon. Oh, it's on Magneton. Okay. Magneton goes flying. I mean, if he has Terra Blast, it's probably going to do a fair amount of damage to Dreadnought. But he's probably going to go for another Discharge. And it's a crit on Gastrodon. But fuck this little Sea Slug in particular. Okay, so there's the Discharge. A crit on Dreadnought. Umbreon, Snarl. Oh, excuse me. Moongus comes back out. And I'm going to taunt a Moongus. We are locked into Terra Grass, though. So, not the greatest for us right now. But, could be worse. I'm going to go into the Magneton. Just because I'm, I guess, mildly worried that we could get a Flying Terra Blast to the face. Okay, that did, like, no damage, so Magneton clearly got Eviolite on. So, yeah, Terra Blast Flying right to the face, so that can go down. Do we outspeed a Moongus with paralysis? We sure do. Alright, Amoongus uses Sludge Bomb. And we still live. So, good for us. I don't think that I'll be able to take out the Magneton in one hit, even if I go for the Ice Spinner into it, or even the Thunder Punch. But I could Ice Spinner into a Moongus and do a good amount of damage to it. Actually, no, I'm going to Ice Spinner into Magneton, because even if I can get Magneton out of here, that'll save... Could save Umbreon. Okay, so Magneton leaves, finally. Amoongus still could Sludge Bomb. That did a good amount of damage to Umbreon. So we'll see what Amoongus does here. Special attack drop is really... Oh, that was not a lot of damage. So we're just going to continue to Snarl, and we are going to continue to Ice Spinner. Large amount of damage on Amoongus, and Rocky Helmet. Umbreon fully paralyzed. That sucks. Umbreon's probably going to go down. Oh, he's still hard pressed to take out Dragonite. I wonder if he's trying to poison us. Okay, shook off the taunt. Even though the taunt is shaken off, I'm still going to go for the Snarl because I do have Lumberry. So even if he puts us to sleep, we'll immediately wake back up. And we're just going to continue to Ice Spinner. And Amoongus goes down anyway. Had he not, he probably would have spored us, and the Lumberry would have saved us. Good fight. Again, not super duper sure what the point of Magneton was. Some of these weirder teams, I really need to like make notes of them and look them up on like YouTube or like Reddit or Twitter and see if like, is this like some weird niche thing that, you know, some weird random community came up with and was like, yes, run it, do it. But anyway, I'm going to take a quick little break here. I am going to continue for about another hour. Typically my Friday streams are a little bit longer, but tonight I did go out to dinner with friends to celebrate my birthday, which was actually yesterday. So we started a little bit late. I don't want to go too awful late tonight. So I think we are going to go for maybe another hour, maybe an hour and a half. We'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, I will be right back, and I will see you soon. Alrighty, we are back. Let's actually switch the teams here too, and we will try our dirt team. I still really enjoy the rain team, don't get me wrong. But I do want to try out this team and see how well it works. We do have a completely different Dragonite on this team. I probably would have used the same Dragonite as last time, but it required a different Terra type, and since this team does rely heavily on ground attacks, having him Terra flying is much better for him, so we don't accidentally do damage to him. Oh, okay. This is the exact same Sun team that we played last week, that the enemy team has. We do have... I actually think it's on our... Yes, so we do have Rain and Taunt. So, actually, I'm going to lead with Gyarados here. Probably not going to lead with Chen Pao. Let's go in with Tinglu, Orthworm in the back, and I'm going to go with Fluttermane here. So we know exactly what to expect from this team. This is exactly the same exact team as the Sun team that we ran last week that we, I really did not like. It really was not my playstyle at all. It's very set up wind and sun and go to town. So if we can interrupt that at all, it really kind of shuts down his team, because I don't think anybody is going to be carrying the boost item for the Paradox Pokemon. They're going to rely on the sun. I'm going to go ahead and Rain Dance here, because I don't think he's going to Tailwind first. I think he's going to do Sunny Day first. So let's go ahead and set up Rain. He'll get the sun first. We'll get the rain second. And I'm going to taunt the Murkrow. It's not Prankster Taunt, so... Oh, okay, so he does set up Tailwind. Well, oh well. Moonblast comes out on Ting-Lu. Does a very large amount of damage on Ting-Lu. Which is unfortunate, but we do at least get the taunt off on Murkrow, which really, really shuts down Murkrow. So Murkrow is not going to do anything productive for a minute. I am going to go ahead and go into... I'm going to Thunder Wave here onto... Oh boy. Fluttermane. Lord. We're probably going to see another Moonblast. I'm going to send out Orthworm here. Orthworm should be able to take that Moonblast pretty easily. Alright, and he sends out Brute Bonnet, Brute Bonnet. We could see some Spore Shenanigans, we could see some Rage Powder. We know exactly what it's going to do. Okay, Moonblast. Orthworm. Oh, that was a little bit more damage than I really wanted. So, Fluttermane is kind of shut down at the moment. I am going to go ahead for the Bulldoze, which will heal Orthworm. Earthy here. We've got rain for another 3 turns. I'm going to go in for a body press onto the Brute Bonnet, just to put up as much damage as we can on it. Murkrow comes back in. He's probably going to do his best to set up Sun as fast as possible. Bulldoze comes out. Orthworm gets a little bit of healing. Doesn't do anything to Murkrow, that's okay. And Brute Bonnet really takes that really well. I'm not too impressed with that. But he doesn't take that body press very well. I'm going to Rain Dance here, anticipating the sun. And we are going to go for another body press into the... Yep, okay. So Sun comes out, totally fine. Gyarados is just going to reset that real quick. Oh, never mind. We're going to be outsped by the Brute Bonnet. Even though he got an attack bonus. That's kind of okay, though. Orthworm should be able to take out Brute Bonnet. Yeah, Brute Bonnet goes down. Tailwind peters out. He's going to have to set that back up. I am going to go for Fluttermane, though. Unfortunately, that does let Murkrow kind of do whatever it wants. We get the speed bonus. He gets the attack bonus. That's fine. And we are going to go in for... I'm actually going to Terra here and go for a Moonblast just to do as much damage as I possibly can to his Great Tusk. And we are going to go for... We're going to go for a Heavy Slam into Great Tusk, just in the off chance that he switches out for Fluttermane. I don't think he will, because that Fluttermane is still paralyzed. And I'm pretty sure we're going to outspeed here, and he's not going to appreciate a Terra Moonblast straight to the face. Yeah, no. Murkrow comes out and uses Foul Play on Fluttermane, which does nothing because Fluttermane has no attack. Okay. Murkrow didn't take a whole lot of damage, so that does lead me to believe that he is running Eviolite like the team guide that I read last week said to do. So even then, we wouldn't have to worry about Sash now. We are Specs, so we're going to have to continue to Moonblast. We're going to Moonblast into Murkrow and finish it off, and we are going to Heavy Slam into Fluttermane. I am liking this team. This team is really set him off balance really quickly. So, is he going to Terra the Fluttermane, the crippled Fluttermane? He sure is. This poor Fluttermane didn't really get a chance to do much. Even with the paralysis, it's still not going to move very quickly. Moonblast comes out. Murkrow should be donezo. Goodbye, Murkrow. And we get a Moonblast. Oh, wow. That did quite a lot of damage. Then again, I didn't pay attention to what he got boosted from photosynthesis. So it's very likely... Oh, wow. Goodbye. Very likely that it was special attack, and that special attack boost from photosynthesis is really no joke on Fluttermane. Alrighty. So, not the cleanest win, again, but we knew exactly what to do to that team to really, really throw a wrench in what it does. And really tripping up that Murkrow at the beginning really, really, really set him back on his heels. So, yeah, on paper, it looks like a great team, but you throw any kind of disruption into it, and it just doesn't work. I do know that I said that I was going to go for probably another hour. I actually am probably going to call it here, though. I am getting really tired, and I really want to lay down. So I do apologize if anybody wanted to really watch for a couple hours tonight. I'm tired. I went out earlier tonight and ate a crap ton, so my body just wants to lay down and hibernate. But I had a good time. Our rain team didn't do as well tonight as it did on Wednesday. I don't think that's because we had a lack of Chien Pao. We didn't even bring Chien Pao. I think that our Umbreon did the best that it could, and I think it's a good solid spot on the team. Another Pokemon that I was considering in that slot was actually a Brexish. Mostly for its ability to shut down priority. So even if a Trick Room did go down, the priority wouldn't be a problem. And I haven't tested it on Showdown or in practice yet. But from what I read, Dazzling should only affect the enemy priority and not my own. Whereas like something like Queenly Majesty from Serena would affect my own priority. I also can't use priority. Same like with Psychic Terrain. So one big benefit to Dazzling on that. But I ultimately decided to go with Umbreon because of skill swap and because Umbreon is much tankier. But one benefit other than Dazzling that Brexish gets is also Psychic Fangs. So it is a really good way to control screens, but we didn't see screens at all tonight, and actually we haven't seen screens for quite a while. It's just not quite the flavor of the month. So I think I made the right choice in bringing Umbreon rather than Brexish. Our dirt team probably could have gotten a little bit more of a chance to fly its colors. What I'm thinking is that I'm probably going to bring both these teams on Wednesday as well. I might put the rain team in the back and bring a fresh new team to the playfield, but we'll see how it goes. I don't hate that dirt team. I think it worked really, really well. But anyway, I'm going to go to bed. You guys have a good night, and thanks for watching. Bye.